What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's Hal. Today we're going over the Elephim banner. So there's a couple of changes in here that we'll talk about, and we'll go over the units briefly. And maybe you'll want to, maybe you won't want to pull on this banner. I'll give you, obviously, my opinion on that at the end. So first of all, we're going to go over the 3-star base here for Eskelpt, or whatever your name is. I don't know. 3-star base, 5-star max. The TMR is the Cuisine Sword, 72 attack, 91 spirit gray sword. I personally can't really think of a great reason to use this sword. The only person I've thought about is Awakened Rain, but Awakened Rain gets the benefit from the Crimson Blade, so he gets a bunch of HP from that as well. 30% HP. I think 30% HP can outdo 91 spirit. A lot of times, depending on your gear, plus you can go ahead and run the Crimson sword right on through Item World and get a bunch of spirit on it that way, or even more HP if you want. So the Cuisine sword here, the Cuisine sword, however you want to call it, is not that great. And him as a character here, he's got chop and stuff like that. You're not using 3-star base, guys. You're not going to be using him. So Magna here, 4-star base, 6-star max, pretty interesting character. The TMR did get buffed over here in global version. It was 25% true double hand. I think it's 50% over here now. I don't think it could be stacked, but it's 10% MP and then increase equipment of magic by 50% when single wielding any weapon. So this is true double hand, 50% magic. Okay, so very similar to our boy Wiz Khalifa over there from the old Rajak banner, except Khalifa's was double hand magic, so this does work with two-handed weapons. So Grimlord Soccer can use this and get that 50% true double hand bonus there. So maybe use some of these, get some of these if you're into using Grimlord Soccer or someone else like that. That being said, though, a lot of the builds that you're going to be using for a lot of your 7-star mages, you can go ahead and just dual wield and get the true dual wield and wear 2 rods and stuff like that and be okay with that. And let's double check right here real quick. It doesn't say that unstackable material, guys. So yeah, it is unstackable. Now, as a character itself, Magnus pretty decent. It does do one thing pretty well. It's got a Sacred Flux, which is light magic damage, 2.5 times base multiplier, but it has a stacking multiplier increase. It goes all the way up to an 11.5 times multiplier, and it's AoE, and it's the Divine Ruination Chaining family. Now, you normally can't dual cast this, but if you use Magic Amplification, you'll restore some MP and then allow you to dual cast it. In addition to that, he has a counter here, Magna counter, where you have a 30% chance for either physical or magical attacks that you take to proc Magna counter, and Magna counter is going to give you dual cast Sacred Flux as well. So maybe if you're still working on someone to do some AoE damage, remember this is a 7-star meta, but that multiplier is pretty nice. Maybe if you're looking for someone for 10 man's magic damage chaining or Bloody Moon or something, it's a light base, so whatever, you can go ahead and do that there. But that being said, not the greatest thing ever, and I wouldn't rush into the banner just to get your one of his TMR. You'll get the TMR down the line. Now Leopold here, TMR is the Gust main, increase your HP by 30%, defense by 20%, and your wind resistance by 30%. So pretty decent TMR, especially with the HP in conjunction with the defense. It's pretty fine there. It reminds me of Patriotic Recall. And then it's wind resistance. So in the future, we'll get some trials where you need certain resistances, and maybe this will be something that you look into, leveling them up, getting that TMR. But I wouldn't rush into getting it, right, guys? Just like I would not recommend rushing into getting Magnus TMR. Leopold can sit on the sidelines, and that'll be just fine. Now let's talk about Elephim here. Elephim, no. The TMR here is Elephim's harp, and it's a harp, 2-handed harp with 20% HP, 125 spirits. And it's got 2-handed weapon damage variance of 1.5 on average with that 12 attack and 2 double hand harp bonuses. But don't go for it. I mean, it's a harp. It's a 2-handed harp. When's the last time anyone's used a 2-handed harp? Maybe on a bard or something like that. I'd rather just use the 1-handed harp from the 10-man trial boss and be on my way and dual wield my harps. Now, super TMR here is Elephim's Dress. 25 defense, 30 magic, 75 spirit, and 20% HP for a robe. Pretty nice there. Now, it does have 2 other effects on it as well. The first one is going to be Minstrel Silk, which gives you 20% MP cost reduction for songs only. So it's literally only useful for songs for that first buff there. And then the second one is the Minstrel's Passion, which does give you limit burst fill rate plus 50%. That one's pretty nice. But for a super TMR, definitely do not trace this. Now, let's get into her kits here real quick. She is going to be a bard support. She's got a couple utilities. She reminds me a lot of Roy. Okay, so attack magic, spirit, and defense skills. She's got 50% break. She has hide. Lucent Flap has some high tide on it for your whole party, 150% limit burst fill rate for 3 turns, and 5 flat limit burst crystals. She's got an MP drain. And then she's got her main kit here. So she's got the fairies skill here, which is attack, defense, magic, and spirit bonus by 120% for 2 turns while singing. So she is a bard. She's going to have to sing. Kind of her drawback there. So you can get that big all stat bonus, but it's the only thing she can do there. Now she's got white wings as well, which heals 6,000 HP with a 15 times mod over 2 turns while singing. And then she also gives your whole team dual cast white magic. So like kind of irrelevant. Most white mages nowadays have dual cast white magic anyway. And if you don't, you can go and get the Holy Rod, so that's fine there. Then she's got black wings, which gives MP refresh, and then dual cast black magic. So I don't know what black mages we're using that doesn't have dual cast black magic, that wants to dual cast black magic, but that's there for you as well. And then she's got the her next skill, which is attack and magic plus 140% for 2 turns while singing, with a 55% defense and spirit break with some MP refresh. And then the skill after that is a defense and spirit buff by 140% for 2 turns, with an attack and magic break by 55%, with an HP heal over 2 turns. Now, just like Roy and just like Enhanced Ramza, her major drawback with these skills is that she is locked into these things just like any other bard. So for 10 mans, you're not going to be able to swap your party around. If you get hit by an AoE Dispel, she's going to be singing there, can't recast her skills. She's not dual casting 2 different things at the same time. The breaks are nice, but we're going to be getting, 7-star Lauren, 7-star CG Lid, Orin in the future. A lot of units are going to have like 70% breaks. We already have a couple right now. An LB build, a Beatrix can hit that really nicely. Knight Delita's around. A bunch of different units who can do 70% breaks pretty quick. Now, at 7-star here, she's going to get the Queen's Punishment, which is a 1-turn cooldown or 3-turn cooldown available on turn 1. Remove all status effects from all enemies and put 5 random status elements on them. AoE Dispel on a 3-turn cooldown, awesome. 5 status elements don't do anything in boss fights, so that's great. And then on a 12-turn cooldown available on turn 12, she has full HP heal for you there. I also don't like this skill because why do you have to wait until turn 12 to use it? You have to wait until turn 12 to use this skill. So not the greatest thing in my opinion there either. Her passive skills are kind of alright. She gets the defense, HP, and MP. Will equip the harp some HP and spirit. Immunity to paralyze, wind, water, and light resistance plus 20%. A little bit HP, MP refresh with some limit burst gauge fill rate. Spirit and MP plus some percentages there, 30%. And then if you have her own TMR equipped, she gets 20% more spirit, 10% more HP and MP. She becomes immune to petrify, and then she gets Marvelous Queen at the start of the battle, which gives her immunity to stop, and it upgrades her limit burst. She gets another 20% defense passive, and 75% camouflage, and 30% bonus spirit when equipped with a harp, and some more water, wind, and light resistance when equipped with a harp. Now, that being said, her LB here, pretty decent if you have her TMR equipped. This is her best skill she's got possible, guys, okay? Her LB at max level is 145% attack, defense, magic, and spirit buff with a 75% attack, defense, magic, and spirit break. It also restores HP and MP to all allies by 20% of their maximum, and it gives you rainbow wings for 1 turn. All right, before we get to rainbow wings, let's talk about this. So 3-turn all stat buff with a 3-turn all break. Super strong. The only problem with that is this LB costs 45. So you need someone to kind of entrust her to get it off, but it is for 3 turns. So if you have a 12 limit burst crystal per turn build on her, you'll get 12, 24, 36. So over the course of 3 turns, you'll have the 36 out of the 45. So you'll be short by 9 crystals with a little bit of high tide, like her own high tide buff or so. You'll be able to get that last 9 crystals there pretty fast, except the downside here is that you're going to have to get to the first 45. So you're going to have to live with her like 120% attack, defense, magic, spirit buffs and stuff like that early on. And then you can go with the Queen's Pastoral and get that nice big bonus. And then you continue that bonus for the rest of the fight. And remember, this is not a song, so you can do whatever you want after this. But what you'll probably be doing is singing Rainbow Wings. And Rainbow Wings here is going to be a huge HP and MP over time with an even larger magic and spirit bonus by 170%. So while her LB is not a song, Rainbow Wings is a song. So you're going to pop her LB, and the next turn use Rainbow Wings and then sing for 2 turns. And then as her song wears off, her limit burst effects will wear off, and you can go ahead and limit burst again. So that's the best thing she can do, in my opinion, is get this very strong attack, defense, magic, and spirit break, attack, defense, magic, and spirit buff with some HP and MP restoration. The problem with her though is that's a long ramp up time, and you'll have other characters who will come out with awakenings to 7-star or just brand new units in the future who can do a similar function but much faster. And then while Elephim's waiting to use her limit burst, she's not really doing that much. She can sing like a song or two, while the other characters will be able to do damage or chain or break faster or get that fast 70% break or start the fight with 150% buff. So this banner overall, in my opinion, is a solid pass. Save your Lapis for almost anything else in the game, whether it's going to be Christmas or Axstar or whoever you want in the future to come out. Definitely pass on this banner for now, but still farm the event. It's going to be a good time getting all those awakening crystals. Hopefully sometime soon we'll get the announcement of what 7-star awakenings we're going to get for the next batch, guys. If you want to see more stuff, go ahead and check out my channel here on the YouTube. Go ahead and hit the sub button, and be sure to come hang out on stream tonight. We're doing the Fan Festa giveaway, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.